Netball! Netball! Yes! Exciting! Edge of your seat netball is back! It's the 5th ECCB International Netball Series in the Spice Isle of Grenada, August 23rd to 31st at Tanteen Netball Complex in St. George's. Witness 7 ECCB member countries: Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, Commonwealth of Dominica, Grenada, Montserrat, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines battle for the coveted Gloria Valentine Championship Trophy. But wait, there's more! The 5th ECCB International Netball Series will also feature visiting teams from Barbados, the Cayman Islands, and Guyana, who will reign supreme at the 5th ECCB International Netball Series. Go on out to the Netball Complex at Tanteen or connect to the ECCB Connect's Facebook page and YouTube channel for live coverage of the matches. It's netball action at its best. Excellence and empowerment through sports. Netball! Netball! Yes! Exciting! Edge of your seat netball is back! It's the 5th ECCB International Netball Series in the Spice Isle of Grenada, August 23rd to 31st at Tanteen Netball Complex in St. George's. Witness 7 ECCB member countries: Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, Commonwealth of Dominica, Grenada, Montserrat, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines battle for the coveted Gloria Valentine Championship Trophy. But wait, there's more! The 5th ECCB International Netball Series will also feature visiting teams from Barbados, the Cayman Islands, and Guyana, who will reign supreme at the 5th ECCB International Netball Series. Go on out to the Netball Complex at Tanteen or connect to the ECCB Connect's Facebook page and YouTube channel for live coverage of the matches. It's netball action at its best. Excellence and empowerment through sports.
Good morning and welcome. It's day number 5 of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank International Netball Series. And we're getting ready for the Cayman Islands up against Guyana. The Cayman Islands, this is their third game of the campaign. 1-1 so far. 43-55 they lost to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And then had a big 71-10 win over Montserrat on Tuesday. The Guyana team, they've lost all 4 of their matches contested so far. 16-93 to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. 21-42 to Anguilla. 10-65 to Antigua and Barbuda. And 69-16 to Grenada. So they are looking for their first win, but the Caymanians, the big favorites coming into this one. For Cayman, Kay Copeland starts at goal shoot. Rose Wilson at goal attack. Josephine Frimpong at wing attack. Catherine Gao, the captain, at center. Christianori Pens at wing defense. Nikisha Lewis at goal defense. And Nikisha Lynch at goalkeep. And a pretty fast start. Cindy Fung almost got the intercept there for the Guyanese. And now Rose Wilson with an opportunity to make it 3-0, which she does for the Cayman Islands. Pretty good start for them. Krista Roberts at goal shoot for Guyana. Princess Gardner starts at goal attack. Natasha Bowen at wing attack. Tesnika Lavelle at center. Tandika Adams at wing defense. Tracy Johnson at goal defense. And Sydney Fung at goalkeep. Struggling to create shooting opportunities though, Guyana, as Wilson steps up again for the Cayman Islands and lands another one. So 4-0. Terrific start for the Caymanians. They really pushed St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the defending OECS champions, CSC Games bronze medalists, in their opening game. Eventually lost 43-55, but they had the lead for large portions of that contest. And they come into this one as heavy favorites, the Caymanians. Really shutting down the passing lanes for the Guyanese, and the captain Gao wins it. Here she is again. Wilson, Copeland making herself available, but Rose Wilson will step up and score the 5th goal for the Caymanians. 5 unanswered to start this contest. Rose Wilson, 3rd in scoring this campaign so far for the Caymanians. Coming into this match, 30 goals from 41 attempts. Shooting accuracy, 73.17. It is one thing the Caymanians will certainly want to improve is their shooting accuracy. All of their shooters in the 70s. Malicia Josephs, who starts on the bench, 40 goals scored from 54 attempts in the campaign. 74.07 shooting accuracy. The Guyanese trying to get on the board. No, won't land. Kay Copeland, 38 from 53 coming into this. 71.7 shooting accuracy. And Rose Wilson, 30 from 41 coming in. 73.17. So not great numbers. And there is Wilson missing one from the type of range that you don't think she should, and now Copeland will look to complete, and she does. So a 6th goal for the Caymanians, with Guyana yet to get on the board, and centre pass for Cayman. They get down court quickly here. Wilson inside the circle. Plays a quick 1-2 with Josephine Frimpong, and puts another one away to make it 7-0 for the Cayman Islands. Guyana have scored just 63 goals in their 4 matches. Means they're averaging just about 11 goals per contest. Sorry, 16 goals per contest. And just over 15 to be specific. Oh, that one just falling out. Another miss. Watch that closely, because that's the area I think the Caymanians have to improve going forward in this tournament. They are expected to win this one, and they will likely win this one. But those small areas they will be taking a very close look at. Guyana looking for their first goal of the contest. Guyana on the board in this contest. Guyana looking for their second goal. And they get it. So back-to-back goals for the Guyanese. Christy Roberts sinking that one. She's been their chief scorer this campaign, coming into this 34 goals from 57 attempts, so scoring at just a 59.65. Quickly into Rose Wilson. And Wilson scores again to make it 9-2 in favor of the Cayman Islands. First quarter action. Just about the halfway stage of the first quarter. Love the ball from Gall, the captain, into Kay Copeland. And she puts the Caymanians into double figures. And they have possession again. Wilson this time at goal attack will get the opportunity to make it 11. And she takes the opportunity well. Racking up the goals here, the Caymanians. They got into the 70s yesterday against Montserrat. They'll be looking to do the same today in this contest. Guyana looking for a third goal. Quite a scramble. And Roberts now with the opportunity to score their third. And she sinks that one. That's a pretty good shot. And Guyana with a third goal of the contest. 11-3 they're down. They trail by 8. Unforced arrow coming from the Caymanians. Frimpong not holding on to the ball, but they get it right back and they're on their way again. Wilson for Copeland. Copeland steps up for the shot and nails it pretty well. Nine goals the difference now. 12-3 to the Caymanians. Set to pass to Guyana. They've looked better with each game, Guyana. They are returning to this level of netball. They had a pretty rough start, being hammered 93-16 by the defending champions St. Vincent and the Grenadines. 21-42 defeat to Anguilla, 10-65 to Antigua and Barbuda, 16-69 to Grenada. They'll at least want to put up their highest score this campaign. Oh, that's a lovely shot coming from Roberts. She's been on song this morning. Problem is she hasn't had many opportunities, but when she's gotten them, she's taken them very well. 12-4. The Caymanians easing down court, and Wilson puts up another, well, Copeland, sorry, puts up another one, and it's 13-4. Oh, that's good play. That's really good play. But can't be completed by Roberts. And the Caymanians will have possession. Lynch fires it out to our captain, Copeland, and they're on their way again. Or Captain Gow, sorry. Copeland now into Rose. And Rose puts away another one, 14-4. And they are scoring pretty quickly, the Caymanians, in this contest. Very difficult for Guyana to defend against them. And a 15th goal goes in for the Cayman Islands. Under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. 15-4. Cayman Islands leading Guyana. The Caymanian coach, Lyneth Monteith, has spoken about how much they've worked this year from January, especially on their fitness. And fitness will play a key role in this tournament as Rose puts in another one, the 16th goal of the contest. Monteith has spoken about how much they've worked on their fitness this season, realizing, understanding, appreciating that once you're fit, everything else will fall into place, as Copeland puts in their 17th. And fitness will be so critical in this tournament, especially with the amount of rain we've been having and the constant rescheduling of matches, making the schedule tighter than it was before. Previously, they were playing one match per day, and now teams are on some days playing two matches, as the 18th goal goes in. And it's Rose Wilson again, really taking on a lot of the shooting in the first quarter. Wilson, here's Copeland, the goal shoot, finds her captain Gow. Copeland easily inside the circle. She gets into a good shooting position with an opportunity to make it 19, and she does for the Cayman Islands. This is a pretty prolific opening quarter for the Cayman Islands, and there is still time to make it significantly better. It's a great start for them. Pens at wing defense. Ease the ball into Kate Copeland. Copeland comes up short, but she'll get another opportunity on the obstruction. And another goal. The 20th of the contest for the Cayman Islands. 20-4 they lead. Centre pass. Easily into the circle, and Copeland nails it well. 21-4. Under 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. The wing attack this time. Frippong inside, but they'll start the attack over again, and now go into Copeland, and Copeland puts it away for Cayman's 22nd goal of the contest. Nice, beautiful sunshine now. We've had a lot of rain. Pretty tough conditions for the players, you'll have to admit, because it is pretty hot here. And especially as the matches pile up, it will take a toll physically. But this is what you put the work in on the training ground for situations like this. Copeland again. Scores again. Now they put pressure on the Guyanese centre pass and they will ease down court. Almost like a Sunday morning stroll, and Kay Copeland scores again for their 24th goal of the first quarter. This is a terrific first quarter. And if they can put in one more, they'll be on course for 100 in this contest. But that is that for the first quarter. A quarter dominated by the Cayman Islands. Simply way too good for Guyana at this stage of the contest. And having put in 70 goals in their last game, they're on course for something even better in this contest. The combination of Copeland and Wilson inside the shooting circle, they've been very good and well fed by Frimpong and Gao. They've been uncontested in a lot of the situations, easing down court. The shooting percentage is better for the Caymanians this morning as well, the shooting accuracy. And so, yes, it's a very good start for the Caymanians, who are heavy favorites in this contest. At the end of the first quarter, Cayman Islands leading Guyana 24-4. Second quarter action in this one. Cayman Islands versus Guyana. (24-4). The Caymanians leading out of the first quarter, and an opportunity here to make it 25. And Copeland does exactly that. Passing opportunities limited here for the Guyanese, but they retain possession. Well won by Nikisha Lynch at goalkeep. Call goes against her. And she does well. Nikisha Lynch, and the Caymanians can rush up court. And Copeland nails it. And Wilson arrives to put away another one. Cayman looking for their first goal of the second quarter. Christy Roberts steps up and gets their first goal of the second quarter, 27-5. Cayman in charge. Make that 28-5. Oh, that's a top shot from Christy Roberts. She's been shooting well today. Sixth goal for Guyana. She just hasn't had many opportunities. As Wilson nails one for the Caymanians. 29-6 they lead. Nice smooth passing up court for the Caymanians. And Copeland is in a rich vein of form this morning. Much better shooting accuracy today. Maybe some would say less pressure being applied on the defensive end by the Guyanese. But she is certainly nailing her shots brilliantly. 30-6. 6 goals already scored for Cayman Islands in this quarter. Christy Roberts has been shooting well. Does she continue? That comes up short, but she'll get a second opportunity, and this is a nice range for her as well. And she makes that look easy. Third goal of the quarter for Guyana. They've now gone up to 7. Cayman Islands 30. Centre pass Guyana coming up. Approaching 5 minutes gone in this second quarter. The Caymanians putting pressure on every single pass from Guyana. And it bore fruit. And the transition up court very quick. Copeland even further away from the goal this time. And she still manages to score. She is certainly feeling herself this morning. And Guyana making a change. They have a 10-year-old in their setup, Janetta Williams, and she is making her way on court. What an opportunity for the youngster, playing at such a massive tournament at just 10 years old. And with her team under tremendous pressure though. She'll be hoping she can give them the impetus required to achieve more than they have so far in this tournament. Oh, Roberts does well to get the rebound and misses, surprisingly. Hasn't been missing those this morning. 31-7, Cayman leading. And poor old young Janetta Williams up against Kay Copeland. Copeland again. Oh, she's on fire this morning. And if she continues to shoot like this for the remainder of the tournament, it will make the Caymanians very, very happy. And it will give them a real shot in some big matches to come. 34-7 as Rose converts one. Rose Wilson converts one. Just misses this time, but does well to get the rebound. And the 35th goal of the contest for the Cayman Islands. They have scored 11 in this second quarter against 3 for Guyana. And they're looking for a 12th goal in this quarter. Remember, they scored 24 in the first. Rose Wilson, comes up short, but does brilliantly again to get the rebound. And that is their 36th goal of the contest. 8.5 minutes gone in the second quarter. Center pass to Guyana. They are behind by 29 goals, and the Caymanians have the ball again. Kay Copeland has the ball again, decides against that shot. Maybe losing a little bit of confidence from the last miss, but she gets into a fine shooting position and scores again. 37-7. The Caymanians up by 30. They're pouring the goals in. Highest score of the tournament is 93 by St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That was against this Guyanese team. Rose Wilson puts up another one to get them to 38. Can they get the highest score of the campaign so far? For sure, they're all over the Guyanese at this stage of the contest. Cayman Islands rushing up court again. That one doesn't go. And it will be Guyana's ball. Thirty-ninth goal coming up for the Cayman Islands. And 40 might not be far away. Just rims out, but Rose Wilson gets the rebound. Just no pressure being applied really on the defensive end from Guyana. They don't look as if they can even get a rebound when the Caymanians do miss. And they're able to rebound comfortably. And the turnovers continue to pile up. 3.5 minutes left in this second quarter. Cayman Islands with another goal. 41-7 they lead. They have scored 17 in this quarter. So they need a really good finish to get to the 24 they had in the first quarter. This one well worked, and Wilson making herself available, and Copeland unselfishly finding her in a much better position. 42-7, the Caymanians in front. Now Christy Roberts at the other end. Rare opportunity to put up another one, and she makes it count. 42-8, and the Guyanese match what they did in the first quarter. That's their fourth goal of this second quarter. Finding the going really tough. Guyana throughout the course of the tournament, they've already lost 4 matches and they are heading for a 5th defeat. As Christy Roberts gets in a shooting position, and that one bounces out. Wilson decided against it, found Gow, and Gow into Copeland. And Kay Copeland scores again, 43-8. Just over a minute to go in this quarter now. Guyana in possession. Pressure being put on by the Caymanians in midcourt. Roberts, Lavelle at center, trying to find Roberts again. Roberts does well to collect that. And a chance for the Guyanese to better their goal tally from the first quarter. And it's taken, rolls in neatly, 43-9. Guyana with their 5th goal of the quarter, 1 more than they had in the opening quarter. Closing moments of the second quarter. Rose Wilson with a good take and a nice finish. As they hit 20 for the second quarter, the Caymanians, that's the end of it. The Cayman Islands continuing to dominate this contest. They led 24-4 at the end of the first quarter. At the end of the second, it's 44-9. They scored 20 in that second quarter, and they go to the halftime break 35 goals clear. Start of the third quarter in this one. Cayman Islands up against Guyana. The Caymanians are very much in control. They lead 44-9. Few changes for the Caymanians, including at wing attack and goal attack. Copeland in shooting position. She remains at goal shoot, 45-9. Two quick goals to start this third quarter for the Cayman Islands. Remember, they're chasing the highest total of the tournament so far, 93, laid down by St. Vincent and the Grenadines against this Guyanese unit. Wayward pass. Copeland coming up with the rebound to get the 48th goal of the contest for the Caymanians. And they fly down court. The Caymanians, yes, Copeland wants it. And another goal, the 49th of the contest. And that's goal number 50 for the Caymanians. They are putting them in pretty quickly here. 6 goals already in the third quarter. 3.5 minutes gone. Copeland working with Kenisha Morris to produce a 51st goal of the contest for the Caymanians. Kenisha Morris again. Captain Gall goes long into Copeland, and Copeland collects comfortably. And the scores again. They are really scoring quickly so far in this third quarter. Guyana under tremendous pressure, struggling to get the center pass away, and the pressure tells they lose possession of the ball. Morris goes long into Copeland. Copeland to Gall, the captain. And here she is now with the shot. It is a goal, 53-9. Here is Paynes. Just comes up short, has already scored once, leaves it for Copeland, who is in fine shooting form. And Copeland gets the 10th goal of the quarter for the Caymanian team. This has been a pretty efficient performance so far for the Cayman Islands. They'll be very happy, I think, with the way they've gone about things this morning. It's been a solid effort. Sometimes it can be difficult to tell how much of it is your quality versus a lack of quality from your opponent, but they've been really good this morning. They call her Kiki. Here's Paynes. Quick one. And here's an opportunity for her to score her second goal of the contest. And she gets it done. 55-9. 11 now in this quarter for the Cayman Islands. And we've played just about 6 minutes. So they're on a real roll. Oh, she almost kept that in. She's really enjoying her game here, Paynes. Christianori Paynes. Copeland gets that one to land again. 56-9. 24-4 at the end of the first quarter. 44-9 at the end of the second quarter. Approaching 7 minutes into the third quarter, and the Caymanians lead 56-9. Guyana trying to get their first goal of this quarter. They won't get it there. Caymanians have been really dominant. Here's Paynes. Go quickly into Copeland. No. Roberts gets the opportunity to get her team on the board in this quarter. And she does, yes. So they get into double figures, Guyana. Morris for Paynes. Now Copeland. Doesn't take them much time to score on their centre pass. Guyana met that Cayman Islands. The Guyanese, on the other hand, struggle to get the ball through the court and into their shooters. And that's the way it's been for the entire contest. And 8 minutes into the third quarter, it is still the same. It hasn't gotten any easier. And the Caymanians continue to apply pressure in the midcourt. And the expertise just not there from the Guyanese to consistently break those lines. And the Christy Roberts, who is clearly one of the better players, the shooter, forced to leave the circle to help in the build-up of getting the ball into shooting position. The struggle is real, and the Caymanians win it again. The intercept coming from Lewis. Here's Kiki Paynes, the goal, the captain. Chong won it for Guyana, and now they'll lose it. No, they won't. It's kept in. It's really well kept in. That's a nice goal for the Guyanese, their 11th. And a player down for Guyana. I think it is Princess Gardner who started the game at goal attack. And the Guyanese forced to make a change. (57-11). The Caymanians are really relentless on the defensive end. You have to rate that aspect of their game. You can see why they gave St. Vincent and the Grenadines a scare for a lot of that match. So after a blistering start to this quarter, things have slowed down for the Caymanians. And they have netted 13, but it's been a couple of minutes since they last scored. And now they'll be looking to put that right. Kiki Paynes wins it. Here's Kanisha Morris at wing attack. The centre and Captain Gao into Copeland. And Copeland, in her sweet spot, puts away another one. The 58th goal of the contest for the Caymanians. Oh, that one rolled out for Copeland. A rare miss for her today. Brilliantly won by Nikisha Lynch, a former school teacher in Kingston, Jamaica, has come to the Cayman Islands and part of their national netball setup. Of course, so many of these ladies have full-time jobs outside of netball. They're not professionals by any stretch of the imagination. And it's never easy to have a full-time job and play any sport at the national level, but so many of these ladies, in fact, yeah, so many of them. And that's what they have to do. That's what they do. The women of the Caribbean rising higher. Wonderful theme song for this event. 60 up on the board for the Caymanians. They have 16 in this quarter, and we're down to just about a minute and a half to go. Another loose turnover from the Guyanese. And the Cayman can rush forward again. But they also turned the ball over. Got 24 in the first quarter, Cayman Islands. 20 in the second quarter. And they have 16 in this one. So this will be their least prolific quarter of the contest. Especially with Guyana in possession. Not a lot of time left in this one. Just about a minute or less. Relentless on the defensive end, Cayman Islands. Copeland again. 50 goals the difference now, 61-11. Oh, that's neat. That is pretty neat for their 62nd goal. Great work by Pains. Having the presence of mind to make that pass as she fell over. And that is it for the end of the third quarter. Another dominant quarter coming from the Cayman Islands. They scored 18 in that one, conceded just 2 though. And at the end of it, they lead 62-11, 51 goals the difference with 15 minutes to play in this one.
Netball, netball, yes, exciting, edge of your seat netball is back. It's the 5th ECCB International Netball Series in the Spice Isle of Grenada, August 23rd to 31st at Tanteen Netball Complex in St. George's. Witness 7 ECCB member countries: Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, Commonwealth of Dominica, Grenada, Montserrat, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines battle for the coveted Gloria Valentine Championship Trophy. But wait, there's more. The 5th ECCB International Netball Series will also feature visiting teams from Barbados, the Cayman Islands, and Guyana, who will reign supreme at the 5th ECCB International Netball Series. Go on out to the Netball Complex at Tanteen or connect to the ECCB Connect's Facebook page and YouTube channel for live coverage of the matches. It's netball action at its best. Excellence and empowerment through sports. Netball, netball, yes, exciting, edge of your seat netball is back. It's the 5th ECCB International Netball Series in the Spice Isle of Grenada, August 23rd to 31st at Tanteen Netball Complex in St. George's. Witness 7 ECCB member countries: Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, Commonwealth of Dominica, Grenada, Montserrat, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines battle for the coveted Gloria Valentine Championship Trophy. But wait, there's more. The 5th ECCB International Netball Series will also feature visiting teams from Barbados, the Cayman Islands, and Guyana, who will reign supreme at the 5th ECCB International Netball Series. Go on out to the Netball Complex at Tanteen or connect to the ECCB Connect's Facebook page and YouTube channel for live coverage of the matches. It's netball action at its best. Excellence and empowerment through sports.
The Caymanians setting themselves little targets. And they get the perfect start. In a matter of seconds, they're on the board. Nikisha Lynch with the deflection. Rose Wilson back into the game at goal attack. And Copeland gets in another one. Really upping the intensity at the start of this fourth quarter. They want it to be their best quarter. They want to finish strong, Cayman. And the Guyanese get their first goal of the final quarter. They are now up to 12. They trail by 52. Copeland hasn't missed a minute today. And Rose Wilson back on as well. And this is the combination that has given the Caymanians so much success in this contest and in this tournament. Kay Copeland and Rose Wilson. A real force with their movement and athleticism. And they have been better in terms of accuracy today as well. Real pressure on Guyana, forcing that turnover. That's just superb defensive work from the Caymanians. That's one area they have been excellent in all their games so far. A little bit too much weight on that one. Ranked 40 in the world at the Cayman Islands. And the Guyanese unranked. Another one in, 67-12. That's 5 goals this quarter. Almost 5 minutes in. So not scoring as quickly as they would have wanted, but still opportunities to do so. Here's Copeland. Yes, get gets that one to land. 68-12. A lovely transition here from the Caymanians, and Rose Wilson will not be missing that. 69-12. 7 now in this final quarter so far. A variety of passes utilized to get into the shooting area. And as soon as they lose the ball, they start to apply real pressure. But the Guyanese escape here. But that was short-lived. A little bit untidy in the shooting circle of the Caymanians, but they go back to work in defense. Paynes won it for them. And quickly they get it inside the circle to Copeland. Oh, she goes for the shot from range. And scores again. She continues her fantastic day. And the Caymanians hit 70. Matching their highest score of the tournament so far. That is just one shy of their highest score of the tournament so far. That was a 71 against Montserrat yesterday, 71-10. That one ended, and here's Guyana with a chance to get another goal, and they do. Their 13th of the contest, 70-13. Christy Roberts back in the game at goal shoot for Guyana. And well done by Rose Wilson. Finished off by Kay Copeland. And now the Caymanians match their highest score of the tournament. They lead 71-13. Oh, Roberts does well. And here's a chance for another goal. Oh, just came up short. She'll be a little bit disappointed with that because that's about her range. But there is still an opportunity for them to get a 14th of the contest, and they do. Great ball into Copeland. And that is now their highest tally of the competition, 72 goals. And they've gotten 10 so far in this quarter. We're more than halfway in, though. And they get to 15. Guyana, they are closing in on their highest tally of the tournament. They have scored 16 goals twice, and they are one short of that now. And this has been a decent quarter for Guyana so far. Their best quarter, 5 goals. That was the second quarter. They are about to match that. No. Falls out, and it will be Cayman's ball. Pains. The Caymanian bench in trying to motivate the team and telling them that they're down by 20, meaning they should play like they are behind. Last 5 minutes of the contest. Oh, lovely deflection from Nikisha Lynch for the Caymanians to win it, and they fly up court. Rose Wilson. Easy does it. 74 goals now scored by the Caymanians in this contest, and they have so far 12 in this final quarter. And the Copeland gets that one to drop. 24-20-18 is what they've scored, the Cayman Islands. And in this quarter so far, 13. With under 5 minutes to play. Let's see if they can at least match the third quarter. Some would say it's been diminishing returns. Pretty hot morning. They're trying to push themselves, and I think they've played really well here, the Cayman Islands. And they can be really proud of this display, whatever the final score. But they'll want to pour in those goals, keep the intensity to the very end. Oh, well won by Pains. Her first name is not actually Kiki, by the way. That's what her teammates call her, as Copeland lands another one. But she is Christianori. Christianori Pains. It's a lot easier to say Kiki, though, that's for sure. Easy, really easy. No real pressure on the defensive end from Guyana. And the Cayman Islands land a 17th goal. Real batter for the ball. Offside called against the Cayman Islands. Now Roberts. Oh, that's a good pass. And Guyana match their best tally of the competition for the third time this campaign. They get to 16. While the Cayman Islands continue to add to their best tally of the competition, that's their 78th goal. Not a lot of time left in this one. Just about a minute to play. 16 goals scored in this quarter for the Cayman Islands. Can they at least match the 18 they had in the third quarter? Rose Wilson away from the target. Decides to get closer. And that one doesn't go. The rebound to Fong for Guyana. That's well won. That will help the Guyanese try to limit Cayman Islands to their lowest quarter score of this contest. They'll need to do this quickly, Cayman Islands, if they are to score again. And not quick enough. There's the final whistle. The Cayman Islands, ruthless this morning. They produce a quality effort, consistent effort, and with quarter scores of 24, 20, 18, and 16, they dismantle Guyana 78-16. Convincing victory, quality performance, and I'm pretty sure they'll be happy with how they have performed in the morning sun here at the Tanteen courts. They get their second win of the campaign, having opened with a defeat to St. Vincent and the Grenadines in a tight match. They go back-to-back with wins against Montserrat and now Guyana. 78-16, the final score in favor of the Cayman Islands.
Netball, netball, yes, exciting, edge of your seat netball is back. It's the 5th ECCB International Netball Series in the Spice Isle of Grenada, August 23rd to 31st at Tanteen Netball Complex in St. George's. Witness 7 ECCB member countries: Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, Commonwealth of Dominica, Grenada, Montserrat, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines battle for the coveted Gloria Valentine Championship Trophy. But wait, there's more. The 5th ECCB International Netball Series will also feature visiting teams from Barbados, the Cayman Islands, and Guyana, who will reign supreme at the 5th ECCB International Netball Series. Go on out to the Netball Complex at Tanteen or connect to the ECCB Connect's Facebook page and YouTube channel for live coverage of the matches. It's netball action at its best. Excellence and empowerment through sports.